Hello there, my name's Claire and I have a 2-card tarot reading for you today. It's Friday the 14th of April. I hope you've had a good week. April seems to be going pretty quickly, I think. Already halfway through it, so I hope it's going well for you so far. Let's see what cards we got today. Oh, we've got 2 then, so I'm going to put those 2 back. There we go, that's another one. Right. Oh, we've had this one before, but that's lovely. All right. We've got Ibis, I think that's how you say it, Nurture of Feathers. And we've got Hippo, the 10 of Shells. I know we've had Hippo before because I think I remember saying be more hippo. This bird is in one of the tarot, what is it in? It's in the Star card. If you look at a sort of an old pack of the Rider-Waite cards, he's in the background in a tree, I think. But for this particular pack, it's the Nurturer of Feathers. Nurturers are like the queens in this pack, and the feathers are like the swords, all right? And then the shells are like the cups, the emotions and stuff. I'm going to just put my hippos down a minute and have a little look at this card. I was really drawn when I looked at it of the moon there, because I know we are sort of just starting an eclipse season. So I did feel that was quite relevant. I haven't sort of looked too much into the eclipse seasons. I haven't really sort of mentioned the moon recently. I know I suddenly get a big spike in viewers whenever you mention the moon. Like we're all ruled by it, but you don't realise that, you know, it's there every day. Only see it when it's a new moon or a full moon or an eclipse. I love the fact that this one feather has come off of this bird and potentially might land on one of your, you know, in someone's path today. I always think when you see a feather, if one sort of floats down in front of you, take notice of the colour. Imagine what you'd think if you had this beautiful red feather here, you know. Be they white, grey, black, they all mean something different. So I do feel that with the moon and the eclipse seasons and the symbolic idea of the feather here, I really feel that is signs and timing and, you know, putting you where you need to be. Even if you don't feel like it's the greatest place to be. And I'm looking at where this bird is, and they're just on a rock in the middle of the ocean, it looks like. Doesn't look like the most hospitable of places, but it's what you do with it. And obviously this bird's not too worried about that. It's got a beautiful set of wings and they can just fly away. All right, so I do feel that is a message in itself. Even if you feel like you're in a negative position or somewhere that you don't particularly want to be, you've got the choice, if it doesn't feel right, to move on. I'm also loving this sun. I'm taking that as a sunset because the moon's out. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're seeing it as a sunrise. Let me know what you think. But I feel that is the idea of a new dawn will happen eventually. But perhaps we've got to have that sort of nighttime, that period of stillness for the sun to come out. All right. And here it is. It's come out again. So I feel like this is us moving through a dark period into a better period, which can often happen in these eclipse seasons, can't they? They can kind of bring out elements of change and transformation, I guess, for want of a better word. But I feel that this bird is looking over here to this kind of happy family of hippos that we've seen before in these readings, I know. You know, it's a beautiful scene. It's certainly a better area than where this Ibis is. You know, we've got the grass, we've got the abundance, we've got the lake, we've got obviously the rain's come because there's a rainbow out, so everything's had a good sort of watering and sort of nature is doing its job. Everything seems really balanced and working well here. Oh, can't hold it, sorry. Everything seems to be balanced and working well here. And of course, this is a whole family just enjoying and living in the moment. All right. So I do feel, because this was the card that came out first, I do feel like this might seem that you're in a lonely or isolated position And I just feel there's a message coming through of you've just got to kind of go with that for a little while before, you know, before you get to this place. I think it's almost like a rite of passage, something you've got to go through to get out the other side. But what is coming here, and let's say this doesn't necessarily mean a happy family, it's just that idea of abundance and belonging to something, all right? So sometimes, so we've talked about change quite a lot this week. We've had some quite big major arcana cards come out to indicate change. And when we're changing from one place to the other, there's that period that we're kind of not left one, but we haven't quite got to the other place yet. So I kind of feel that that's the message here with this bird, and that this is the overall message of what we're going to be experiencing in the near future. Yeah, so that idea of belonging to a family in some way, whether that's you're joining somebody else's family, or you're in a new job, or you're just moving to a new place and meet new people. But it's that idea of connection and fitting in, and yeah, which is just a really lovely feeling, isn't it? You know, feeling of belonging. So if you're really resonating with this bird stuck out in the middle of nowhere, just about to have a nighttime, stuck on that little rock in the middle of the ocean, then just know that it's just something that you've got to go through. Everybody needs those quiet periods in their life so that they can kind of really work out what they want. So I think sometimes it's a good thing to have those periods of isolation and solitude, even if it is literally one night. But if it's longer than that, then, you know, maybe it's necessary. Maybe there's things you need to process and just get to grips with. But I do love the promise of what will come out of that. And I do feel as well with this feather and the idea of the eclipse season that, you know, this could go on for a little while, but there's signs and symbols there that are going to come in to just know that you're not alone, and that you are being guided, and that, you know, there's always help there if you ask for it. It might come in the way of a message, or, you know, a little bit of intuitive knowledge might speak to you. But definitely, even if you are on your own, you're not alone. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to all of those of you that have subscribed recently. Please do subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more messages. I'm here every day, and if you'd like to leave me a comment, that'd be lovely. I always reply. Right, I will be back again tomorrow on Saturday with another reading for you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.